Hello again and welcome to the Cognautics channel, your one-stop shop for IT and computer science. This is the final part of the series on green IT. Take a moment to consider how reducing digital footprint is directly linked to reducing our carbon footprint. If we leave fewer traces of our activity on the internet, and by that I mean the internet powered by these data centers, it'll reduce the amount of electricity being used to store our data and therefore reduce our carbon footprint. It's all linked. Make sure you're clear on both terms and you can use them in your exam to highlight and reinforce your points. The benefit to companies of becoming more green in their use of IT is abundantly clear. Adopting green policies reduces their carbon footprint. It improves companies' reputation with their customers. In an increasingly interconnected world in which green credentials are valued, a company which can claim to be green will have a competitive advantage. The second clear advantage of a company adopting green policies is that any reduction in carbon footprint and energy use should, over time, lead to cost savings, especially with the cost of fossil fuels. This, of course, will improve a company's profitability, and therefore it's a benefit. The global advantages of being green are, of course, clear because it links back to reducing climate change through reducing our carbon footprint. And in doing so, it creates a more sustainable society which allows future generations to prosper. Let's finish by examining the roadmap released by one of the largest tech companies to become 100% carbon neutral in its supply chain by 2030. Apple's climate roadmap includes details on creating products which are more readily recycled. The detail discusses how certain products will contain 100% recycled rare earth elements. Energy efficiency is another area in which Apple hopes to reduce its carbon footprint. Many of their products are produced in China, and this requires that they work with their Chinese suppliers at source. Apple are aiming to use renewable energy as part of their strategy. They're aiming for 100% renewable energy use by 2030 using solar power. If you scour the websites of all these large tech companies, they're all making promises for how they're going to reduce their carbon footprint. Let's now look at the list of key terms that you need to understand and try to weave into your essay answers on green IT. We've covered carbon and digital footprints, supply chain, raw materials, precious metals, greenhouse gases, climate change, global warming, renewable energy, recycling, e-waste, data centers, built-in obsolescence, I love that term, carbon neutral, net zero, manufacturing processes, the Greening Government Initiative, the Paris Agreement, fossil fuels, and about saving costs. It's impossible to predict the scenario that your exam board will dream up, but remember your three pillars for answering these questions are: number one, knowledge about the environment; number two, knowing how this situation links to IT; and three, understanding how the situation can be improved. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be the first to see new content. Bye bye.